Hey guys, good morning. I'm outside. You guys, I know I'm still out camping at the cabin that I rented this weekend, and I wanted to get you guys a view of what I'm working with. And it is just gorgeous this morning, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I mean, it's cold, but I mean, it's just so peaceful. It's just so peaceful. I brought some fishing stuff. I wish I knew how to fish. But I mean, it's just so. It's just so cool. I don't know any other words to describe it. And I've been able to kind of get out here and do some writing and just spend some time, praying and just getting to know myself again. In kind of this next stage of life and whatnot. And I wanted to talk about, how sobriety, success, and salvation is free. I mean, you don't have to pay for it, but the journey will cost you everything, and I don't think we talk enough about that, because it's in the journey to that destination of being a better you. You know how they have that cliche, the best version of you and whatnot. It's in that walk, because it's not even a sprint. You guys know I'm working out and everything, and I would love to be able to run like my wife, who runs every morning. She doesn't jog. My girl runs. She should be in races, but she's not interested. And I would love to one day to be able to run like her for miles. But in this journey of life, it's not a run. I mean, there'll be sprints where we got to go hard, where we got to really, really kind of crush it. Where we're working with less and we have to do more. You guys know how it is. But we can't sustain that intensity. And if I had to pick between intensity and consistency, I will always go with consistency. You really want to roll with being consistent in your journey, because I think sometimes in the sprint, and all of that is just because of our own impatience with ourselves, with life, with whatever's going on, that we just take off and we just get all furious, like we get fast and furious. And in that panic of us wanting to do everything on turbo, we miss valuable lessons that we need to learn to sustain the level of sobriety, the level of success, the level of what we're trying to build with our own character. Will lose valuable lessons, so we end up getting to the top of the mountain, but we can't stay there. We end up falling off because we didn't learn what we needed to learn to handle it. So in that journey, it will cost you everything, everything to change enough to where you can adapt, maintain, and thrive in that new level that you're trying to attain. When you think about, sobriety, and I got a lot of people who are struggling and in the midst of the struggle, especially during the season of the holidays. They're battling, man. They're fighting themselves. I mean, and I think the hardest fight, in all these categories is with that dude in the mirror, with that lady in the mirror, because we are our own worst critic. We're a terrible friend to ourselves. We're terrible. And often subconsciously we sabotage our own efforts to be successful because, a lot of different reasons, but I think the main one is that we're afraid. We're afraid of change, and becoming change, evolving. And when I come out here, and mind you, I'm gonna do this more often because I'm really digging this. To be by myself, to deal with myself. I mean, yesterday I was just I was just singing. I had my music pumping. It was loud, and I'm singing all crazy off key, and tears start coming down because I'm really spending that time getting to understand all my flaws, all my strengths, everything about me that I'm working on. Oh, there goes a guy that's bike riding. He's wondering where this voice is coming from. Oh, he's got a dog. It's pretty cool. Hi. Um, but yeah, it was just really powerful. It was a powerful moment, man. And a lot of us are afraid to spend time alone because we're afraid to face that guy in the mirror that we have learned to loathe. We've started to hate that dude, that lady. We can't even look ourselves in the eye anymore because we can't stand what we see. And I get that. I get that. I get the fear. I get the self-loathing. I get all that. And part of the journey is we got to kill that attitude. We got to let that old person die. Those old perspectives, those old perceptions, those old attitudes, we got to let them die and fall off in order for us to be reborn to be who we want to be, who we're meant to be. And no one can do that for you. For those of us who are looking for someone else to rescue us from ourselves, it won't happen. No one can rescue you from you. You got to do that work. That's your work. And mind you, I'm a really good counselor. I am really good. But I can't save you from yourself. I could only give you suggestions and ideas. I'm a great co-pilot. But you are driving a car, I'm not driving, but and I had, and I get really excited with you when you start following the plan that we created, because I know that if you follow the plan and stay consistent, you're gonna see some amazing things happen. And one of the greatest things is when the fear starts to diminish, when it starts to grow smaller, that doesn't even sound right. When it starts to lessen and lose its weight and intensity and mass in your life, and you start to discover your own courage. I was talking to a friend the other day, and she deals with anxiety, and I love this girl to death. She's multi-talented. And she was telling me some things that she was overcoming, and how she was just like kind of listening to my voice and just dealing with the anxiety, which is just a lie, especially in that situation. Anxiety is just lying to us about who we really are. We are amazing. And a lot of us are afraid of being amazing. Because we're still caught up in other people approving us, when we need to approve ourselves, and that is a lesson. That is one of the great lessons on this journey, if you choose to take it. I tell a lot of people when they come see me, I said, look, if you hang with me for 30 days, you will see change, especially, you got to follow the steps. But if you follow the steps, you will see change. And people are like, well, how can you say that, Will? And I said, it's the same formula that personal trainers use. If you follow what I'm telling you, stop eating donuts, Will, and start working out, you will see change. I'm not saying you're gonna get to your destination in 30 days, but you will be encouraged by the progress. And I tell it to everybody, if you embrace this adventure that is your life, you're going to see some amazing things. But it will cost you everything. It will cost you friends. It will cost you probably some careers. Some of us are in the career that is totally opposite of what we've always wanted. That we're miserable on our job. It will cost you your job if you want a better life. It reminds me of the story that I heard a long time ago. There was this father who had an incredible daughter, young lady. I think she was like 5, or I think she was maybe 7, and he had given her these plastic pearl necklace when she was like, I don't know, 4, I think, and she loved that thing. She loved it, because her dad was away a lot, because he was in the military, and so she cherished that thing. And when he came back, he asked for the necklace. He said, could you give me your necklace? And she would always say, no, Daddy, no, that's my necklace. I'm not giving it up. And for years she held on to that necklace, and it was plastic, man, and it became dirty, filthy, nasty. You can imagine how little kids, treat their toys. And finally, I think when she was like, 15, she finally, gave him the necklace, and she was kind of frustrated. She's like, fine, Daddy, here. And in exchange for that necklace, he gave her a real pearl necklace, not something plastic. He gave her a real pearl necklace, and I often think about our journey, and how every step of the way we're given gifts according to our own ability to manage it, and I think in our own fear, we hold on to the plastic jewelry that we were given because we're comfortable with it. But it's no longer useful to us. It no longer has value because of the age and the time that we're in. And we need to exchange that toy for the real thing, and a lot of us need to exchange the artificial for the real thing. And I guess that's my message for today. Let's be brave enough to go after the real thing. It will cost you everything, but it'll be totally worth it. It's totally worth it, man. All right. So I love you guys. I'm gonna try to do another video later on this evening. I'm not sure how that'll turn out because I don't have a lot of lighting. And my wife's coming over to come hang out with me during the day. So I'm gonna go back and do some writing. I'm gonna make me some breakfast, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay? Peace.